Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Geist and I am the Finnesota Mermaid. Today I am showing you all my Linden Monofin repair. My left foot strap broke a few months back in July or August during a swim with Umbra, my Finfolk Curse of Cortez tail, and these straps are hard to come by at the moment, so I thought, why not repair it myself? Warning to start off, please do not be like me and take the buckle off the strap unless you are going to ditch the strap and reuse the buckle for another craft or monofin or whatever. These are very hard to put back on and was not a pleasant experience. Learn from my mistake here and save yourself the time and sanity. First things first, I'm cleaning with 91% isopropyl alcohol in, on, and around the break with a Q-tip to scrub away any debris on the material so it won't mess with the cure of the silpoxy I'm going to apply. Any debris that's left will weaken your patch and mean you have to start all over again. I'll be starting off trying silpoxy for this repair because I used it in my first repair video with my Finesse Luna and the Fantasy Fin 2, both of these monofins being different grades of silicone. The Fantasy Fin 2 being dragon skin silicone and the Finesse, I'm not sure what kind it is, but they're both silicone. And my Finesse had a lot of damage, whereas the Fantasy Fin 2 had the tiniest of rip in access silicone that I could have just simply trimmed off and it would have been perfectly fine. But I decided to fill it with silpoxy instead just to deter any future damage from starting in that spot, just because I'm a bit of a worrywart. Once I've applied the silpoxy thoroughly and how I want it, I use the wax paper and isopropyl alcohol bottle, ooh, that's a mouthful, to hold the break in place so it doesn't move around during the cure, and then I'll come back to it in 24 hours. It takes 24 hours fully for silpoxy to cure. On to the next day. I'm struggling to put the buckle back on the strap. It took me about 15 minutes and stressed me the heck out. Once I get it back on though, I go to see if a single layer of silpoxy has done the trick, and spoiler, it does snap. I wanted to show why you usually want to apply 2 layers when patching a silicone monofin. One layer as the patch itself and another to strengthen the layer underneath and protect it. Kind of like a band-aid. So after that, I go in and apply a healthy second layer of silpoxy and set it up with the wax paper and bottle trick again for that 24-hour cure, hoping for the best. After it cures and I go back to it, I check it to see what the condition is, and this is when I start to question if the monofin is actually silicone or not, because it just does not stick. Silicone sticks to silicone, and it does that with the Finesse and the Fantasy Fin 2 because they are silicone. This, it just peeled off like it was a wrapper on top of the material. So I got pretty discouraged and set the project aside for a few weeks. And I go to the Patreon pod, Shop Vancouver Mermaid's Patreon pod. I'm in there. Quick shout out if you want to join it. I go over there and I make a post in our Linden thread about my experiences so far with the repair, how it's going, the silpoxy is not connecting and not working, and 3 pod mates coming in clutch. I want to give a shout out to these pod mates who were able to do some groundbreaking sleuthing. They are Melipixie, Saylor Mermaid, and Mermaid Moyera. They were able to find out that Linden Monofins are made of either a TPR or TPE rubber, not silicone, so silpoxy won't work on it. The rubber being processed this way means it tends to look and feel like silicone, but not silicone. Another monofin that's made of rubber is the Mahina monofin, but it's not a TPR TPE rubber. It's more of a pure rubber, which means that a lot of people who are allergic to it cannot wear those, but may be able to wear the Linden. So with this conclusion, the best repair tool for the TPR/TPE rubber is actually going to be super glue of all things. Super glue is also apparently aquarium grade and water safe, which I didn't even know. And they also actually use a gel super glue. It's recommended by aquarists and aquariums because it's a lot easier to control than regular liquid super glue. I did not know that was a thing. I did not know this existed. So again, thank you to these 3 awesome fishes for figuring out this information. Also, fun fact by Saylor Mermaid, super glue actually cures faster when wet. I also did not know this. Pretty dang cool. I'm using Loctite brand gel super glue. It's a brand I know and trust, but any brand should do the trick. So if you have one that you prefer, go for it. I was also able to grab this 2-pack of Loctite from Walmart for about $3 to $4 after tax. I re-clean and apply 2 or 3 layers over 3 days, making sure to get both sides of the break and around the break. This sets within 15 minutes and fully cures in 12 to 24 hours. This stuff works fast and honestly blew my freaking mind with how I could already see the difference between it and the Silpoxy with the material, and gave me like a whole lot of freaking hope. I applied 2 coats in 2 days, and on day 2, I am able to successfully reattach the strap to the monofin. I did notice some cracking that happened with the glue though. Since it doesn't stay elastic like Silpoxy does, there is going to be some cracking in the cured super glue, so just a forewarning. And because of this, I did decide to add one last little dollop over the crack in between the break to keep it fully sealed. I will go ahead and show an up close of the strap with the super glue on it, so you can kind of see what it looks like as it's curing and after it's cured before it gets stretched and cracks. Again, this stuff is like freaking magic, just how fast it cured and how it practically cemented the rubber together as if there was no break at all. It's awesome. So this has definitely been put aside with my aquarium grade silicone and my Silpoxy for future repairs if I ever need it again. But with that, if y'all want to check back next Saturday for the test swim, I wear it with my FinFun fishbone tail to see how it handles a swim after the repair. So far, it's holding and looking great, and I have high hopes that this repair will last a long time. And leave a comment if you've tried to repair your Linden Monofin in the past and what you've done, if it's worked or not worked, if you're going to try this and if it's worked or not worked. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. Bye y'all.